Nick Tolar, songwriter and singer and guitar.
Hi, my name is Brian Hill. I play bass.
Dan Price, drums and percussion.
Tony Farrell, I write the lyrics.
David McHenry, I play guitar also.
I met Tony at CSU, freshman year. We both like the same girl.
Who just texted me actually, she's not coming.
That's funny. I met Brian about junior year in high school through my friend Rob, who we still play music with, and Dan through Brian and Josh.
Brian and I went to the same high school.
Yeah. And Dave I just met about a couple years ago through friends. So, power pop.
Basically.
You know?
Yeah.
Guitar rock, like loud guitar rock, very melodic. Yeah. Harmonies, a lot of harmonies.
Yeah, a lot of
tight vocal harmonies, tight arrangements,
yeah.
You know. Real heavily influenced by like Built to Spill, you know, stuff like Weezer, stuff like that, you know, just other, you know, rock bands, I guess.
One of my favorite bands is the Dismemberment Plan, but that has nothing to do with this band, really.
No,
it's sort of, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's there.
I mean, they have really complex arrangements, so I guess that kind of bleeds through a little bit.
And they're fast as hell too. So.
Yeah, and I'd listen to stuff all across the board, so I don't. It's fun to play any kind of music.
Yeah, I don't think there's any direct correlation to the music that we like, but like the feeling of the music that we like, I think, comes across more than sounding like any bands that we really like to listen to.
I don't know. I think Cleveland fans are just tough, you know. I don't know. You're very because a lot of Cleveland fans are in bands, so it's like they've seen it all and they're just kind of like, yeah, you know. It's kind of like that. And even if you do well, you might get a okay.
It's a good challenge too.
It is definitely, yeah. You don't have people gushing, which is uncomfortable anyways. No one wants to hear that. So. We were just entering the Beatles section, and that was probably the section I was most interested in. Saw the Mellotron, that was awesome.
Yeah, the Mellotron was really
sweet. I remember seeing
that. That was very cool. Yeah, I mean, just a lot of stuff. Oh, saw Lead Belly's guitar.
Lead Belly's guitar. Like, it's this mythical thing. It's like he's not a person. It's like seeing like, you know, John Henry's hammer or something like that. It's like it's not real that somebody actually played this thing and made those songs. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really cool.
Jane Scott.
Yeah.
No, like, that was the other thing that really jumped out at me is like when you walk in, you see that Jane Scott memorial in the basement, and like, you know, like I'd seen her at shows. Like, I mean, you'd see her around. Like a couple of times, like I actually walked up and introduced myself to her. I was like, hey, I really like your writing. I really like what you do. And you know, she was just fantastic. And like I saw her. Like the last show I saw her at, I realized was the Undertones, which were like this Irish punk band, and this was by about 2007 or 2008, and she would have been like 83, and like the oldest person in this, like, you know, like Mohawk 77 school punk rock. Go for it, you rock.